There's a moment in every workout where the body just wants to stop, but that's where the real growth begins. This full body HIIT training session with dumbbells is built to push you past your limits you didn't know you even had. You're stronger than you think, so let's prove it together. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get started with our ever so fun dumbbell thrusters. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna load up like this, boom, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna sit into it like a squat, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna press, boom. We're gonna do it in 40 on, 20 off, and then we're gonna start pressing. Make sure we're getting into as good overhead position as we can, boom. Cranking it out like no never mind. Make sure the core is braced. As you're doing the movement, you guys are doing absolutely phenomenal. So cranking it out like no never mind. We got 20 seconds of holy heck coming up, and then we're gonna start cranking out a bunch more after 20 seconds rest. So all in all, you guys are doing absolutely phenomenal, cranking it out like no never mind. Thank yourself for taking the time to work on yourself and start cranking it out, taking care of your body. Okay, and one more, and then boom. Okay, awesome. So really great job, guys. So all in all, take this 20 seconds to kind of rest and relax. Before we carry on, I want you to keep one thing in mind, and that's that word of power. Keep in the back of your mind as you're doing these movements. And that word of power today is, my body deserves love and appreciation. So keep that in the back of your mind as you're doing movements. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna crank out our loaded march. Good thing you were doing all those high knees, because now we're doing them loaded. We're gonna have them right to the side, and we're gonna go ahead, brace the core. We're gonna start marching. Boom, boom, boom. You guys are doing absolutely phenomenal. Lifting those legs up, getting into high knees while we're loaded. Notice that as I'm doing the movement, I'm not rounding like this and keeping my chest up, okay? Chest up, nice proud chest, bracing the core while you're doing the movements, lifting those legs up. My goodness, if you didn't think high knees could get more difficult, try loading them. Golly gee gumdrops, gee willikers, you guys are doing great. We should be feeling a lot in our core as we're doing this movement. This really helps stabilize the core and works it through stability. My goodness, you guys are doing absolutely phenomenal. Cranking it out and boom. So really great job with that, guys. So take this time, rest, relax, replenish your energy. And if you haven't already, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Not only does it help you stay committed, it makes you up to date and aware of all the exercises that are coming. So you guys are doing great. You got about 3 seconds of rest and relaxation before we start cranking out again. We got our dumbbell bent over row. Good thing we covered the hinge as well. So we're gonna go ahead, push the hips back. We're gonna brace our core. We're gonna go into a hinge. Spine is nice and neutral. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna row. Boom. Boom, boom. Really great job, guys. Make sure that brace is 100% and you're maintaining a really good hinge. You should be feeling the hamstrings and glutes light up to help stabilize you while you're doing your bent over row. We shouldn't be feeling too much or anything really on our lumbar. If we're feeling it on our lumbar, please reevaluate your positioning and make sure that we're getting into a proper hinge and we have our proper brace, okay? So you guys are doing absolutely phenomenal, cranking it out. And if you haven't seen it yet, you can go ahead and check out that bracing video and hinge video. It is on the channel. And boom. Okay, awesome. So all in all, you guys are doing absolutely phenomenal. We got some movements for the legs. Next coming up, we got our curtsy squats. So we're gonna be lads and ladies and fine gentlemen or gentle ladies or women or ladies. Yep, then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start cranking out into our curtsies. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna hand dumbbells to the side. What we're doing is we're gonna actually cross the legs over like this and we're gonna sit into it like you're doing a little bit of a curtsy. So I'll do it one more time on this side. Boom. Stand to the side, a little curtsy. We're at a nice ball. You're meeting everyone. Oh, hello. Hello, celebrity. Hello, royalty. You're just walking through, giving curtsies. My goodness, there's a 40-second lineup of people you're giving curtsies to. Golly gee gumdrops. Gee willikers, holy Toledo. This is good and glorious. My body deserves love and appreciation. You're doing great, okay? So keep cranking it out. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Make sure you're taking air in and boom. Awesome. So really great job with that. We're saving the best for last. And if you've already done this, you know how tough this is. But remember, when muscles burn, muscles are 79, 80% water. Boiling water turns to steam and steam powers locomotives. So choo choo, next stop is victory and triumph. And remember, this is the fiery crucible in which your true future perfect self is formed. It's time to crank it out. We're doing our renegade push up and row. So we're gonna set up. We're gonna do a push up, boom, and we're gonna row. Push up, row. Push up, row. My goodness, this must be feeling pretty darn good already. Heart rate should be up, getting a good sweat on. Welcome to your daily dose of sweat, self-love, and positivity. You're doing absolutely phenomenal. You're doing great. Cranking it out like no, never mind. Make sure the hips are as stable as you can as you're doing the row. You're doing great, okay? My body deserves love and appreciation. My goodness, you're cranking it out. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Absolutely phenomenal, guys. Congratulations. You made it through the first round. Great news is we're going to go ahead and do it all over again. But already, you know what it's like doing that first round. So you know what you're walking into. So now you know which way you're walking when you go into that storm, which way that wind's blowing. So we can start cranking it out. We're gonna go into our dumbbell thrusters coming up. Make sure we're getting in good position to that squat. We're gonna load up. We're gonna start doing those dumbbell thrusters. And boom. Holy Toledo. This feels pretty darn good. My goodness. My body deserves love and appreciation. My goodness. You guys are doing absolutely phenomenal. Cranking it out. We got 20 plus seconds. Keep hooking, keep hitting, keep hurting it. Oh my goodness, it's burning in a good and glorious way. You guys are doing great. Okay, 12 seconds. Cranking it out like no, never mind. 8 seconds. Holy Toledo. We're starting to feel it pretty darn good. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Gangbuster. You guys are doing absolutely phenomenal. So really great job with that. Take that 20 seconds to rest, relax, and get that energy back up. Remember, every time you're taking deep breaths in, you're exhaling, you're inhaling energy, strength, and power, and exhaling any of that tiredness and lethargy. So you're doing great. We got about 1 second of rest and relaxation. Then we got our loaded march. We're gonna go ahead and brace that core. We're gonna start lifting up. Boom, 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 boom. Make sure you're taking good air in. Don't save your breath. We're cooling your porridge. You're doing absolutely phenomenal, guys. My body deserves love and appreciation. Make sure you're keeping those words in the back of your mind while you're doing the movement. Holy Toledo. You guys are doing absolutely phenomenal. So what time do you guys like working out? You watching this in the morning with a nice cup of coffee? Or you watching this before din-din, before you get some good protein in, before you call it in for the night? You let me know in the comments, okay? You guys are doing great. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. So all in all, doing absolutely phenomenal, guys. Pushing it this far. We almost there. We got a few more things to crank out. Next thing we're gonna do is our dumbbell bent over row. Remember, make sure that brace is 100%. We're getting into that hinge so we feel those hamstrings. Glutes slide up like no, never mind, okay? So in a couple seconds, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go into that hinge, brace that core, boom, and then we start rowing. Holy Toledo. Golly gee, gumdrops, gee willikers. My goodness, I'm super cranking it out. You're doing absolutely phenomenal. Things should be burning like holy heck. And when they are, you still got a big smile on your face. It's golly gee gumdrops. My body deserves love and appreciation. You're doing great, okay? Make sure you're breathing. Don't save your breath. We're cooling your porridge. You're doing absolutely phenomenal. 8 seconds. Doing great, guys. Doing great. Full body. Blasting it like no, never mind. And boom. Awesome. So take this time, rest, relax, replenish your energy. My goodness, cranked out all these things already. And I think you just got second wind because you're ready to just rock and roll in about 10 seconds. We got some curtsy squats coming up. You're going to be fine lords and ladies. It's going to be a glorious thing. We had a ball and there's a lineup that's 40 seconds long of people we got to curtsy to. So we're going to go ahead, set up. We start curtsying and boom. We alternate. Boom. Why, hello. Boom. Why, hello. Boom. Just cranking it out like no, never mind. Doing a curtsy like No, never mind blasting that glute med, blasting those legs. Holy Toledo, getting our heart rate up because we're just moving. We're constantly moving like no, never mind. You're doing great, okay? If the curtsies are really tough, you can stick with regular lunges, or you can stick with just doing a bodyweight squat, just straight up, okay? You're doing great. Almost there. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Why, hello. Awesome. Really good job, guys. So that second win must be feeling pretty darn good because we just got one more thing to do. And the best for last, the renegade push-up and row. So you're doing absolutely phenomenal. Keep cranking it out like no, never mind. Remember, my body deserves love and appreciation. Keep that in the back of your mind. We're gonna start cranking it out in right about now. Boom, raise, boom, raise. Really good. Doing absolutely phenomenal. Golly gee, gum drops. Gee willikers, things are heating up. This is it. This is fourth quarter. This is third period. This is a 2-minute warning. It's a 3-minute warning if you watch the CFL. It's the 9th to 10th inning if you watch baseball. 12th rounder if you watch boxing. 18th hole if you play golf. Or 5th day if you watch cricket. It's whatever sports analogy you want to use. You're almost there. 10 seconds. Holy heck. You're gonna crank it out. Cranking it out like no, never mind. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. My goodness. You did absolutely phenomenal. Remember, my body deserves love and appreciation. And you guys did absolutely phenomenal. Make sure you take the time to thank yourself for taking this time to work on it and become more active. You did great. So until next time, my name is Carlo Londe. Till next time.